Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. Okay, for real. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast, Control Alt Health. This is a podcast that goes over social wellness and how it can affect you and everyone else in the world. My name is Jared.
And I'm Shiloh. Today's episode is all about digital addiction and what that can do to your mental health, as well as define the word addiction relating to digital when it comes to digital media. So Jared, do you feel like you have a digital addiction or what?
Absolutely. I'm on Twitter all the time. Looking at fan art and news for games and movies that I like. So, interest I get, I go on Twitter.
Fair. No, I definitely am addicted to it. There was a period of time when I was I think 10. No, I was 12. And I did something bad and had to get my phone taken away. I threw a fit the entire night. It was so bad because I couldn't have my phone. It was so bad. But yeah, I use social media all the time. And digital media, I love digital media. That's obviously why we're even in this kind of course and all that kind of stuff. But I love, so would movies now be considered a digital addiction? Like if someone went to the movies every week, would that be considered addiction? Or
I guess market be digital addiction if it was on streaming services.
True, honestly. If you binge watch Netflix, every Netflix show that comes out, you're like, I have to watch it. Yeah, that would definitely be addiction. But let's look at digital addiction and what it does to your mental health. According to Diamond Rehab, Thailand.com. Yes, I got it from a rehab place in Thailand. Screw me. It can cause social isolation, comparison and self-esteem issues, disrupted sleep patterns, dopamine-driven reward cycles, negative online experiences, attention deficits, and withdrawal effects. So, Jared, do you think you apply to any of these, or?
Definitely asleep. I have Discord and I use it all the time. I don't sleep until 2 in the morning sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
As for any negative experiences, also on Discord there are a lot of shit that goes through the servers I'm in, so shit happens.
Are we allowed to curse?
I don't know.
It's a school project, but it's also we're
in college. We're adults.
We are in college. We are adults. To be fair, so I guess we're gonna keep it in. I don't know. We'll see what happens. For me, the sleep pattern thing, this whole can't sleep well because you're on your phone at night, that's definitely me. I'm always right before I go to bed, I'm either on TikTok or Twitter/X, but it's Twitter in my book.
There's no X, only Twitter.
Yeah. But scrolling through TikTok till 3 a.m. until you're okay, I guess I'll go to sleep. And then for our class, I woke up today at 6 in the morning. Jared usually wakes up at 7 in the morning for class. So having 3 hours of sleep before you go to school is not great for your health. And I definitely need to be better about it. Social isolation too. I feel like I've definitely, with the rise of social media and stuff and digital media, the isolation and more introverted people, I think, are more common than extroverted people nowadays. Even here on college, our class, I remember the first day, everybody looking around at each other being oh, I have to talk to people. Oh God, I have to talk to people. Why can't I just be on my phone? Attention deficits too. That and the reward system. There's a lot of apps and mobile games and all that have that reward system. That's why they keep you there. That's how they're able to keep you there, is because of that reward system. And that definitely gets you addicted to it too. They're these really dangerous ones where it's the slot machines and stuff.
Are we gambling now?
Yeah, gambling. Online gambling. That also relates to digital media.
Gotcha games.
Gotcha. Oh my God, gotcha games. Oh God.
Genshin Impact.
Genshin, Honkai Star Rail. Oh God.
That's all Hoyo. What about other ones Mario Kart, Mario? Actually, the other ones that's that. I know Mario Kart is a gotcha game, but
Cookie Run Kingdom. There's a lot of buying for
Cookie Run Kingdom is a gotcha game.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's technically a gotcha game. Yeah, because there's a bunch. You have to. It's technically a gotcha game because you got to get the characters and stuff. But they you can also be hey, you can get this much if you pay this amount. All that kind of stuff. Or you get the super epic cookies and like the legendary ones, you get a higher chance. Blah blah blah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I only play 2 gacha games right now: Fire Emblem Heroes and Pokemon Card Pocket Camp.
I've heard so much about like Fire Emblem Heroes, but I've just never gotten into it. I probably should, honestly.
Fire Emblem's pretty good. You definitely play the actual series, but like also there's a ton of spoilers in there.
Fair.
All right. So now it's time for our tips of the week, where we give you guys tips and tricks to how to combat these problems that was listed. We got our tips from the same website that we used earlier, diamondrehabthailand.com, and list some ways how we can overcome our digital addiction.
Yeah. So first of all, you got to acknowledge the addiction. Consider professional help. Create a schedule for yourself. Practice mindfulness, like just taking time for yourself. Set device-free times. Just turn off all devices in the house. Read a book, maybe. I don't know. Identify triggers. If you see like a notification pop up and you're like, oh, I have to check it, think about that. Be like, do I really need to? Seek support or find alternative activities, like go outside. I know everybody says touch grass, but maybe sometimes you just got to touch grass.
Literally.
Productivity tools, so like be productive and like go clean or something like that. Limit social media usage, so like just delete Twitter, maybe delete TikTok, and create technology-free zones, like maybe in your house. Just be like, all right, there will be no technology that enters this part. I don't know what I'm gonna do in this area. Even if I just sit there for 15 minutes, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, just like set goals for yourself. Set times where, you don't look at your phone or you don't like watch TV or watch YouTube or something like that. Just limit that time for yourself and like just take that time to be like, do I really need this right now? Is this like, do I genuinely need this right now, or should I just go outside and touch grass really quick just cause?
Probably the best anyway. People are horrible online.
Oh yeah, one of our topics in an upcoming episode is cyberbullying, so we'll get on that topic later. But so much fun. All right, so I think it's time for our question of the day. Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's time for a question of the day.
Question of the day is where we wrap up the whole episode. Talk about questions from Reddit pages on r/media and try to answer them to the best of our ability. Question today is: are another journalist asking more thoughtful questions about tariffs?
Oh, politics. Yay. So I don't know if you know this. Carla, our professor at the moment, Todd O'Neill is about to come back. We've recently moved, interactive media majors have recently moved over to the journalism building. The college of, the school of journalism and strategic media. I got to get used to saying that now. But we moved over to journalism recently, and I was like, that's kind of what I'm going to be looking forward to later on, talking about these kind of topics, especially because I'm not a journalism major, but I'm sure I'm going to have to do a journalism class at some point. I'm sure everybody has to. But journalists not asking more about the tariffs, that's fair, honestly, in my personal opinion. We're going to have a lot of personal opinions on this podcast, that's for sure.
I don't know much about terrorists, to be honest, but I know they're bad.
Fair, yeah. The fact that Canada slapped down that giant figure on us and was like, yeah, this is all the things you're not going to get now.
And Mexico too, and Mexico too.
Mexico, yeah.
Also pretty baller.
Mexico being like, oh, you want to deport all the people there? Guess what? We'll take your people that got here and bring them back to you. Get them out of our country and all that kind of stuff. That's fair. Journalists should probably be asking more about the tariffs. I think now people are starting to ask more about the tariffs, especially after Canada and Mexico, but I don't know.
Even Trump's loyal puppies.
Yes. Is it time to end the episode? I think so, yeah.
Well, I think we're out of time for this episode. Make sure to tune in for next one, where we're talking about cyberbullying and social media trauma.
Yay, trauma. My favorite.
All right. Be pretty interesting. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.